In this lesson, I will introduce you to the idea of coaching programs, a very powerful way of very quickly generating revenue and building a product as you go, highly personalized to the people that are on that journey. I'm first just going to show you what one looks like on the platform. So we go into coaching just here and then into coaching programs. And on this platform, I've already started building out some little tests just to show you what it looks like. Now, a coaching program essentially is something that runs usually for a number of weeks. And each week there is content, there are activities, there may or may not be live sessions, and the group work through it individually but also collaborate together as well. So let me show you what this looks like. So I'm on this little test coaching program here. See, I've got a nice little banner at the top and an icon just here, and in this particular week here, there on the Monday, they've got access to this video here, this presentation, and this worksheet as well. So these weeks and the content will unlock each week. So ahead of the launch of the program, people can't see anything at all, and then each week on the particular days, the new content unlocks. What I really like as well is this habit tab as well. So I've got this enabled. It's optional, you don't have to have it on, but I've got this habit tab here, and what people have got access to is a habit calendar. And what I've said is every Friday they will complete some tasks that allow them to record some statistics. So this is a program that helps them to develop their social media skills. So each week I'm going to get them to track their social media stats. They're going to set some goals for the coming week, and they're also going to track their learning time as well. So this is fantastic. And also I've got access to an extra tab. Let me show you that. So under clients here, only I can see that. I can see all of the clients on the program, and I can view the activities that they've completed, and I can also view the habits and their charts as well just there. So this is really powerful. What this allows me to do now is I've got into a position where the first couple of weeks content is there ready to go. In this particular program, we're going to have weekly live sessions on a Monday evening in the UK as well to support all of that. But I've got the first couple of couple of weeks of content ready to go, and then all I need to do over the next few weeks is schedule that regular time to build the rest of it. Now, this is a really powerful way of working. Anybody that works with me on a one-to-one or a group basis will know I'm a massive advocate of going out and marketing and talking about your products way before they're built. You know, this particular program that I'm putting together today is a 3-figure offer that I have already sold 8 times, and that's been in the space of kind of 3 weeks ago. The idea first came to fruition. 2 weeks ago I started selling it. This week I've been actually onboarding people into the program, and I'm still building the content. It is pointless building something and spending hours and hours creating something if you don't know it's going to sell. And that's why I'm a major advocate of doing the marketing thing up front, doing the market research, making sure you're creating products that people actually want and solve real pain points. So let me just go into the platform now and show you very quickly how to go about creating this. So you go into coaching, you go into coaching programs, and we can add a new program with this button just here. Now, the first thing I need to do is give it a title. So let's call this the Monday Social Club. And I'm going to put a brief description in here. This program, this 12-week program, will help you to develop your skills and confidence in writing social media content without spending loads of time or struggling to think of ideas. Okay, that might be a better short description. Oh, look at that, bang on 160 characters. What I would put in here is a longer description. Oh my word, of the program. What I would cover in here basically is what, why, who, when, where, and how as well. So that's the type of stuff that you want to be covering in the body of any of your products, really, is addressing what it is, who it's for, why it's beneficial, how it works, all of that sort of stuff. I haven't written that for this program yet. I'm going to come back and do that and update that. Now, you can choose categories for your program. In fact, you have to choose categories. And what I should say is before you go into creating a coaching program, make sure you go into coaching categories here and set some things up. I've already done that, but you can actually add a category here if you want to as well. So if you have forgotten to do that, like I forgot to mention it, you can add them on here, but I'm just going to choose that existing one. Now, access is the same as all the other products on the platform. So public, everybody can see it, everybody can buy it. Private is where the coaching program remains visible, but students have to request access to be able to purchase it. Hidden, you can't see it at all, and restricted is it's visible, but nobody's allowed to buy it. So you can control that in different ways. If you're selling something publicly, leave it on public. Now, I'm setting up a group program. You can see there's a choice of individual and group. I'm not going to have any more than 20 people maximum on this particular group. Now, when it comes to submission visibility, this is asking me whether I want students to be able to see each other's work or not. And that's entirely up to you. For the purposes of this program, I'm going to say that people can only see their own work. And then the next thing up is I'm going to enable the habit tab. So remember what I showed you at the beginning, the habit tab that allows people to kind of track their habits and that sort of stuff. That's all there as well. Now, the session type, so you've got week-based, non-week-based, and continuous. So week-based is literally where it follows kind of weeks of the calendar. Non-week-based is where it kind of follows topics, not necessarily split up by weeks. Continuous is a program that starts and finishes, and then it starts again automatically for a new cohort. So this program actually starts on Monday the 23rd, and it runs through to... let me get this right. Friday the 12th. That's right, yeah. Friday the 12th of September. So it is a 12-week program, but it's extended a little bit just for the last few days. Now, the days of the week boxes here are the days of the week that there are going to be activities each week. So on a Monday is when I'm going to release the content. But also we've got our Monday evening live session as well. And then on Friday is going to be my check-in day where those tasks and activities for people to track their results get unlocked. And people will then record those on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday ahead of the Monday start of the next week. So the starting date is going to be Monday each week. And then I just need to choose a square image for the program icon and then a banner. You can see... actually on the platform it tells you what sizes to use. So I'm going to go ahead and create that now. And that's it, the program is created. The next thing I can do is go on and add a price to that. So I can put in all my different prices here, and then that would be ready to go and sell. Now, the other thing to say is I want to show you how I set up those different trackers and things, and they're contained in the coaching section under the library subcategory there. Now, in here, you can add tasks, exercises, and trackers, and coming soon are forms and meal plans as well. So a tracker is a way of kind of recording things that you want to track. So from a nutrition perspective, that could be litres of water somebody is drunk, or their calorie intake. It could be things like the amount of time they've spent exercising. If you're a business coach, you might be setting people trackers around how they've achieved their goals, or, you know, particular metrics that they've hit and that sort of stuff. You might track learning hours. There's a whole manner of different things that you can do. But you first of all set these trackers up. So let me have a look at social media stats, for example. I've chosen a featured image at the top. You give categories to your different trackers, and then what I've created is a number of things people can track within one tracker. So a number of metrics all contained within one tracker. So the first one is a number tracker, which is the number of weekly posts they've created. I've set them a goal of 5, and the unit of measurement is post. I've also asked them to track the number of groups and pages they follow each week, their total number of followers as well. And this is a select one tracking where they select which platform they have mainly been using that week. Lots of different trackers that you can add, numbers, questions, select one. You can get people to track durations and things like that. And then a task is something that you can set people to do. So a task could be update your social media stats. You can see that's a task I've created there. And inside that task is the tracker that I've created. So I've created the tracker and then I've put those into a task, and those tasks are what I will add onto the coaching program. There's also exercise as well. These tend to be longer form things that people complete. So maybe an assignment, or maybe something they complete and reflect on and come back with, that type of stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look at what this new coaching program looks like. You can see it's just opening up now. And when it opens up, the first thing that you'll see is the banner at the top that we selected, the image. And you can see that this is, I've actually chosen the wrong date for it. No, that's right, actually. The program starts on the 23rd of June. I got lost for a moment then. So the program starts on the 23rd of June, and all I would need to do now is add my items in there. So let's say I want to add a lesson into here, which is a welcome video. I can put an optional description in there if I want to, and then I can choose the video that I want to upload in there, and that's the video I can add, and there we go. I can also, if I want to, enable the discussion. So if I wanted to turn that on, you can see now people can add comments under that video. If I then wanted to add another lesson, I can put video, text, PowerPoints in there, PDFs, audio and things like that. So, all I'm going to do now is turn on and add the content for week one, and that will be available to people when the program commences next Monday. Over the next few weeks, I just need to schedule in some time to make sure that I'm creating content up front, so that I'm always that little bit ahead of where the group actually are. But it also gives me the flexibility. If there's particular questions that are coming up that aren't well covered in the content, then there's nothing to stop me adding a new piece of content in here. And you see as well, I've got this ability to notify the coaches as well when I add that content. So this is really, really powerful. Like I've said, when people start completing the trackers and things like that, I'll be able to see all the graphs and things. Now, let me just show you how to add in. So let me go into Friday now. Let me add in the trackers onto Friday. So on Friday, I want them to update their learning hours. That's the task I created earlier. I want them to update their social media stats as well. So let's just add that one in. Let's add that one in as well. And then, of course, if I had added some activities, I could put those on as well. So you can see on Friday, these would unlock here. And I can't fill them in at the moment, but on that day and thereafter, people will be able to fill in those things, and I'll be able to see their submissions on the various different tabs and stuff. I'd probably put a little bit of text at the top or a video just to explain how that works. But because I'm doing the live sessions, I always make sure I cover all of this sort of stuff in the onboarding that I do. Now, this is sold, yeah? So this is a 3-figure offer. I've sold it multiple times. So I've made 4 figures out of an offer where the content isn't ready. And I'm a big advocate of doing this. It's pointless going out and building things that aren't going to sell. Why would you put yourself through the pain of creating a load of content and then going and selling it? This is a good way of actually getting some sales in first, figuring out whether it's worth committing your time to, and then building it together with the group. They get a much more personalized experience, and you get to build something that actually works. Now, I'm not saying that you go out ruthlessly selling stuff with no thought. There's a lot of thought that's gone into this 12-week program. You can see, I cover onboarding and induction. Then we go into using AI. We look at marketing strategy funnels. We look at outreach strategies. We look at how to write a great post, how to write a good body and a call to action. We look at how to plan your marketing content and that sort of stuff, understanding analytics. So all of the curriculum is there to guide people through this content. And what's really interesting actually is we've done the onboarding induction already ahead of the platform being built, and already people are getting results on the back of this program, and we've not even started yet. So it's just proof that if you tackle things with that content first approach, you may find yourself getting overwhelmed and stuck and not moving forward. And that's just going to mean that you're going to go into 2026 going into another year where you still haven't moved forward. So the coaching platform is a big step forward in terms of allowing us to rapidly get some highly personalized, very engaging, effective coaching programs into our product mix to allow us to build additional revenue streams. Hope you found that useful. Any questions you've got, please do just send me a message.